Wauw, kijk mij. Ik ben een perfecte fles Sprite. Ijskoud. En bam, ik knal zo uit elkaar, recht in het glas. En dat allemaal, zodat jij dorst krijgt. Sprite, the truth is refreshing.
I've made it clear that I'm always willing to return home. I would return home tomorrow as long as the government was prepared to be reasonable and protect the interests of our rights in society.
And how would you describe the government's reasonableness in this case? What would you be looking to from them for you to return?
Well, so far they've said they won't torture me, which is a start, I think. But we haven't gotten much further than that.
But it's something you're actively, or you and your lawyers are actively discussing with the government, I assume.
We're still waiting for them to call us back. I've been extremely fortunate. I made an extraordinary amount of money for someone with my qualifications before I left, and I took everything that I had with me.
How do you access that money?
Well, it was in cash. But since then...
How much did you bring out with you?
Well, I can't say that because it would probably violate some customs declaration.
Isn't it ironic that you, a defender of freedom, of civil liberties, are here as a result of the hospitality of Russia, whose record on human and civil rights and liberties and privacy won't really withstand scrutiny?
I applied for asylum in 21 different countries, all throughout Western Europe and other parts of the world. And all of them tried to avoid giving an answer because they didn't want to say one way or another, or alienate the United States government by taking a public side against them.
People seeing what you say and listening to what you say here in Russia will say, now wait a minute, here he is enjoying the hospitality of Russia, of Vladimir Putin. He must have done a deal. There must be a quid pro quo. Have you done a deal with the FSB?
Of course not. I burned my life to the ground to work against surveillance. Why would I suddenly turn around just because I'm in a different geographical location and say, yes, now I'm all about surveillance. That's what I'd like to do from now on. It doesn't make sense.
But one assumes that the Russians, the FSB, would want to find out all that they could from you about what you did and how you did it. That, you know, you are a golden capture, a golden asset on their doorstep for the next 2 years.
That's all public already. Everything, you know, I worked for, everything that I knew has already been revealed. It's in the hands of journalists.
Has the Russian intelligence service, the FSB, talked to you?
Of course, when I was in the airport.
But if I gave you my computer, given your capabilities at a computer, couldn't you access the data that you once had but no longer have? Isn't it there on your own personal iCloud?
No. So this information that was provided to journalists, it's stored offline. I know how to keep a secret safe, and I also know when the public needs to know it.
I would have thought you might wake up at night thinking, what on earth is going to happen to me?
The best part about being sort of a marked man is that you no longer have to think about tomorrow. Instead, you just live for today. Dreamy Smurf is the power management tool, which means turning your phone on or off without you knowing.
Even if I've turned my phone off?
Right.
And then we've got Nosy Smurf. What's Nosy Smurf?
Nosy Smurf is the hot miking tool. So for example, if it's in your pocket, they can turn the microphone on and listen to everything that's going on around you.
So who's bombing who in Syria? Well, Syrian President Bashar al-Assad is facing an armed uprising in his own country. He's been trying to crush it with help from his friends, Iran, Russia and Hezbollah from Lebanon.